I found 4 particularly weird gravestones. 4 different women from different parts of the world died on February 31st, the day that never existed. In this video, I'm trying to visit and confirm all of them. I found the first one 2 years ago. I read an article about it and went to Kursk, Russia, just to see it. Anna Gladkova died on February 31st, 1851. This woman took over my mind. I started researching and found out that it was not a single case. We have 3 suspects left. 2 of them are in the US. We're heading to Ohio. Upper Sandusky is a small, welcoming town 2 hours away from Columbus. It's the capital of Wyandotte County. All the locals know each other, so they were pretty suspicious when we showed up there for a few days. Not in a bad way though. But once we told them that we came to film a documentary about the grave of a woman who died on February 31st, they were surprised. Most people never noticed it. One version is that the date was used for the ones whose exact day of death remained unknown when they find a decomposing corpse with no clues whatsoever. They can figure out a year, obviously, but to fill the empty space, they used February 31st, so people are timelessly merced. Christiana Haag died on February 31st, 1869. February 31st could be a calendar afterlife version of John Doe, the default unidentified date. And actually, when we find an unknown body, we often assign them name of John Doe or Jane Doe. There is no proof that people could ever use this date as the death placeholder. And before we start digging deep into conspiracies, let's recall that we live in a world where this happened. I would assume that February 31st on a gravestone is just a stupid mistake. For the next gravestone, I had most doubts. I found this transcription on one of Oxford College's website. They also noticed that the date of her death is impossible, as February 31st never happened. But I couldn't find any pictures of this grave in real life. I also couldn't go there myself, so I asked my friend from England to check it out. They found the college church and the grave. It's true, Sarah Hounslow died on February 31st, 1835. Interestingly, we don't find graves of people who died on February 30th, another non-existing date, even though it actually happened once, in Sweden. February 30th, 1712 was an actual day in the Swedish calendar. It's not a mistake. This day actually happened. The sun went up, people did their stuff. It could be somebody's real wedding day, or a birthday, or the real day of their death, but only in the Swedish calendar. The last one was the trickiest. I didn't know the exact location, I only had this photo. A reverse image search helped me find it on the website with a bunch of other graves from Berkhamsted and the picture of the graveyard itself. And it didn't take long to find it on satellite images. So now we find ourselves deeply in the woods of Connecticut. Rachael Mack died on February 31st, 1831. The earliest one. At this graveyard we met a woman who actually told us about the grave. However, she didn't know the story behind it, just the fact that it was there. The only actual story from locals that we heard was from a man in Kursk. He said that Anna Gladkova could have picked this date on purpose, in advance, to make people stop and wander around her gravestone for a while, to make us think about it, to make a desired path lead people straight to her legacy. If it's true, it was a success. Her grave is the only thing making people like us fly to a small, godforsaken cemetery to see a wonder. It's been 170 years since she passed away, but the actual day of her 170th anniversary didn't happen. The sun didn't go up. People didn't do their stuff. It was not somebody's wedding day or a birthday. And let's be honest, we all know it's not the real date of her death. No matter which theory is true, her death undeniably is a glitch in the matrix of numbers, dates, years that we made up. The calendar was invented by people, and don't forget that people sometimes do things like this. So it's not perfect by any means. That's why we have to deal with leap years, because the actual planetary cycle just can't fit into the metrics that we are trying so hard to build for it. Don't forget that we are confused about the date because it doesn't match our expectation of what a date should look like, which is based on the calendar that we made up. Eventually, the solar year will escape our Western Gregorian calendar. The actual astronomical year is 26 seconds shorter than we normally count it, and the Earth is constantly changing its rotation speed, so sooner or later our calendar will be gone. And who knows, maybe the new one will not feature your birthday, your wedding anniversary, your personal commemorative days. And the date of Anna Gladkova's death will be just one of many cases of strange non-existing days, the ones from the past. The anagogue of February 31st will be forgotten, and the path leading to her gravestone will be lost to eternity.